Hello and welcome back to Recovery College Cornwall Snapshots, and we're just going to have a really quick look at mindfulness today. We are developing a course called Be Here Now, which is just going to be a short course around the basics of mindfulness. It's something that our learners have been asking about for a couple of months now, and something that we've been putting into development so that we can encompass the needs of our learners, because we like to listen to what our learners want and need in our development of courses here at Recovery College. And so mindfulness is something that people have really shown an interest in, so that's great. So to begin with, what is mindfulness? And something that I came across when researching it was around the 3 C's. So the 3 C's are connection, so training the mind to settle and focus using the breath and body as an anchor. Curiosity, developing an interest in experience and willingness to investigate experience. And care, developing a spirit of non-judgmental friendliness towards self and experience. So Kabat-Zinn, who is kind of like the modern day godfather, the kind of new evolution of mindfulness, expresses it as mindfulness involves paying attention on purpose in the present moment with curiosity and kindness to things as they are. So what mindfulness is not, it's not relaxation. So it's not about relaxing yourself. It's not about putting yourself into a state. It's not necessarily the same as meditation. It's not a quick fix, so it's not something that you do a couple of times and everything's going to be better. It's not an escape. You're not trying to remove yourself from things that are going on around you at that time, but it's about awareness of the issues that most need your attention. So bringing your attention to that rather than avoiding and moving away from it. And it's not a panacea. There are suggestions that it can fix everything, but there are many circumstances and conditions that it will not fix. So it is definitely not a panacea for all ills and issues. So the basics of mindfulness are very, very simple. So set aside time for it, plan it into your day. If you really want to take part in mindfulness practice, set aside time for it. So observing the present moment as it is. So it's not quieting your mind or attempting to achieve a state of eternal calm. It's simply aiming to pay attention to the present moment without judgment, which is, we can say that's, oh yeah, just do that, it's fine. But it's not as easy as that. You have to put in, effort, and you have to practice, like any new skill. You have to keep going at it. Nobody was born able to walk. Nobody was able to put their socks on first go. Everything takes time. Everything takes practice. And mindfulness is no different. Let your judgments roll by. I had it explained to me once that it's like watching the clouds rush across a blue sky. And, that thought, there it is. Thank you. And off it goes again. It's not about removing it completely, but it's noticing those judgments during your practice and making a mental note of them and letting them pass. There's that thought, okay, thank you for that, off it goes again. Returning to observe the present moment as it is. So often we get carried away in thought, and mindfulness is about bringing us back into the present, into the right here and now, again and again, back to this moment. Life is very distracting, but it's about going, well, that's okay, I'm just bringing you back here now. Be kind to your wandering mind. So it's going to happen. It doesn't mean that you're failing. It means that you're human. It means that that's what happens, and we will all experience it. And even people who are been practicing mindfulness for many years will experience times where their mind just keeps flipping off and flipping off and flipping off to other places. Okay, so be kind to yourself about that, because it will happen, and that's okay. And remember that mindfulness doesn't cost anything. You don't need to buy any mats. You don't need to buy any special clothing. You don't need to buy, books and equipment. It's something that you can do anytime, anywhere, and you can practice it for yourself. There are huge amounts of resources out there on the internet. YouTube, guided mindfulness, teaching you how to do it. And like anything that we do at Recovery College, it's about finding what works for you. what fits one person will not fit another. It might be that you like to practice it day to day as you're going through every single task. It might be that you set aside half an hour in the morning or in the evening where you will practice mindfulness, where you bring your mind back into the here and now. It might be that you use it as a technique when you're feeling, low, or you're feeling stressed, or you've got anxiety and the anxious voices going on and on and on, and you're saying, I am sitting at the desk, I am feeling the desk under my hand, I can feel my shoes on my feet, I can hear the fan in the background. Bringing yourself back into the here and now and concentrating on that, and your mind might go off and go back to that anxious. You say, okay, I'm having that thought, but I'm bringing myself back in. So it's about structuring your day in a way that suits you and fitting it in when you can. So look online, there's loads of really good articles out there. There are really good techniques. There are guided mindfulness sessions on YouTube, and just explore it for yourself and give it a go. And remember that, like we said, practice, and you'll get there. Okay, thank you for joining me again, and I hope to see you soon.